We are fasting. We are fasting, not I am fasting. You are following the spirituality of crowd. And when you follow the spirituality of crowd, you make serious mistakes in life. Look at the Pharisees telling Jesus that the John's disciples, they were fasting, and also the Pharisees, but yours, they eat and drink. And Jesus wants to let them know that there is time to fast. Fasting is a spiritual journey that will decide on your own what to do, not what you are imposed on. Any spirituality imposed on you is no longer spirituality. You cannot be imposed. You must fast because the community are fasting. Everybody are fasting. No. Sometimes you may be imposed on that spiritual journey. Sometimes it will end up in contracting one sickness or the other, like ulcer, because it is not spiritually grounded. Instead, it is imposed spirituality. Enwere group anyị ndị ọgbakọ anyị na-eme fasting. Ijo na ndị ọgbakọ na-eme fasting. Ikpe ekpere ndị apụgasị ikpe. But what here is not there, but he or she is doing it to fulfill all righteousness. To fulfill all righteousness. You will not benefit anything in that one. But you benefit the one Christ is talking about. That there will be a time for you to fast. I alone with God. I alone with the Master. I want to be more closer to the Master. I want to be more closer to the Creator. I want to fast. No wonder Christ in the Gospel says that there is demon you cast out through fasting and prayer, not through group fasting and a group prayer. It is a personal decision. You may see somebody eating, drinking. You ask yourself, when this man called a spiritual man, a spiritual father, a spiritual pastor, a spiritual person, fast. Fasting is a grace. Not everybody has the grace. Oh, when you get up by your fasting, only 6 to 6, dry fasting. When you go get many. But when you get up, or talk on men or there. Other hand warrior, who are paying your for. Most of them try to have dry fasting 40 days and 14 nights. Follow my capital. Only one of us. What you know for me, he wanted to be in the place and more. What about to do? That is very year. He began to fast there. Before you know it, he cannot even drive a car. He was, what is it? He saw also so chronic. Also, that is fasting me now and there. Mokoda Yamutu for over 1 year. I have to year where I am. So don't engage yourself with his stupid spirituality because you want to be like God. Not everybody has the grace. Or when you wear the grace, fast is not only on food. You can fast on that sin you commit because you see somebody fasting, after fasting, In fact, if we call the case like a pig going back to particular sin. But the fasting will lift your spirit up to God. It helps. You know your own limits. That is why anytime I feast fasting, I will tell you, if you can 6 to 12, 6 to 3, 6 to 6. Because I know that there are some people who have the grace to fast 6 to 6 in 1 week without shaking. Only can, even up till now, Odoros is so strong. A young man like me is no longer strong. He's living a vegetative life, managing life. Nothing. You are just patching. A young man, please don't destroy your sensitive organ that you are fasting. It is not everybody that has the grace. Not everybody. If you know your limits, don't cross that limit. Know that when you cross the limits, God Himself is there. Because when you get now, He is praying for God to heal the wound in the stomach, to heal the ulcer. But what one good? All of them get to work with me. Everyone be able to job with me. People can or spirituality or stupidity. God Himself, He knows that you need to take something to good use animals in your stomach. People have some little animals in your stomach that need to take something every day. And you starve them. When you starve them, they will begin to eat the wall of your stomach. Because they will eat something. That is why sometimes doctors will tell you, go and deworm yourself. And deworm the strong ones. Over the former that no one could hear when they come. As you know. Please know the limit. There is time to fast. All because for brother and cat, you want to learn at fasting. In the clear fasting, I must beat this brother. I must fast more than him. It's a stupid life. Because you destroy yourself. And sometimes, if you are fasting on food, you will not be drinking water, carb, or worse. Fasting is good. I'm not condemning it in total. There will be a time, even fasting heals a lot of sickness in our body. Because when you are fasting, your stomach will be empty. He had a cattle when I know. When we had a cattle when I know. You want to be a beach. Never know, man. Never afford. That when I know. In a room, on a flush, a lot of things, a lot of I don't need a fasting. When we are being your mama, or they can live in it very clear. Because the stomach is what? Free. A food in the kidney, and now flush is a lot of things. Fasting is so wonderful. But what Christ is advising each and every one of us, there is time for this. Don't do because the Pharisees, the disciples of John, they are fasting. Therefore, I must never ulcer. In the book chronic ulcer, no whoever, they will tell you more than you are not cooked. No, yeah. They know where Marana, why father, water. You never. Imagine with a long way to go. Our source is 70 for all, 80 for those who are strong. On ever getting in America within the Pharisee. with the disciples of John in America to fast. My nurse what age indicator na 80 years. Nobody don't know for okay. Ibu te hala di oya. Ige gbogbo ọbụ n'aka. Ụtụtụ ehihie abalị. Ị ga-ịhụ na ịṅụkọ ya n'ebe ọ dịkwa 6 feet. Let us ask God. Don't compete with anybody. Just like the Pharisees who came to Jesus this morning, that the disciples of John, our disciples, they are fasting, but your own disciples, they are eating and drinking. And Christ wants them to know there is no competition in his spirituality. Know your limits, know yourself, know what you can do. If not, it will be another thing. Please be with you.